Are you ready?
You're up.
Hey, it's Chris at North Point. How's it going? Today we're here to talk about the 2014 Jeep Patriot. This is the four-wheel drive Latitude model. Base price on this particular car is $23,995. This car again is four-wheel drive. Color real nice, deep cherry red. It has a dark slate gray / black interior with premium cloth bucket seats, a 2.4 liter four-cylinder engine, and a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, there's all kinds of great features on this vehicle. Standard safety equipment, things like multi-stage advanced front airbags, supplemental side curtain airbags, seat-mounted airbags, electronic stability control, electronic roll mitigation. Those are some cool features I'll talk to you more about after. Cruise control, air conditioning, heated front seats, got a remote starter, Uconnect with Bluetooth. That's the new radio that's all Bluetooth friendly. That's good for the state of Vermont. That's a law as of 2 days from now that you're going to have that, or you can't talk on a cell phone. And this auto stick transmission. So the total price on this car is $25,485. It comes with a 5-year, 100,000 mile powertrain warranty and 3 years, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty. So that's covered for 3 years on just about anything that could go wrong with the car. It's also got a great safety rating. We've got 5-star side crash test ratings and 4-star overall score. That's one of the best scores that you can get for an SUV. This vehicle is going to get 21 to 27 miles per gallon highway. One of the great things about these Jeep four-wheel drive vehicles, unlike some of our competitors out there like Toyota, Honda, and Subaru, this vehicle is a selectable four-wheel drive. So when it's in two-wheel drive mode all summer long here in Vermont, you're going to be close to 30 miles per gallon on this car. So that's something to keep in mind. Now up front here, we've got really a classic Jeep style front end. This is sort of a square nose, something that Jeep's been synonymous with since 1941. That's when they started making these vehicles. Round headlights, again, synonymous with Jeep. Some great fog lights down underneath. That's really handy around here, all these lakes and the fog that we get year round. Keep you safe, keep your eyes on the road out there. Now underneath this hood, you've got the dual valve 2.4 liter four-cylinder engine with variable valve timing. What that means is that the cylinders can fire at different times and different speeds based on how efficiently you want to run this vehicle. If you're really in the throttle, the valve timing will be quicker. If you're less on the throttle, the valve timing will be slower, so you get better fuel mileage out of the car. It's part of the new fuel saver technology that's on these vehicles. Now, I'm not a real gearhead. Underneath here, I know if it's yellow, I can touch it and not get hurt. This is where I would put in coolant. This is where I would check my oil. That's where I could fill up the windshield wash, but because it's here at North Point, it's already full. Fill the oil, do the, I don't know, power steering or brake. I think that's brake fluid over there. Anyway, you see what I'm talking about. Not really a gearhead. Batteries down there, fuse box right here. Really easy to get to everything. This is something that's really neat about these vehicles. You know, a lot of these SUVs on the market, again, our competitors, Subaru, Honda, Toyota, all these hoods are plastic and real lightweight. It doesn't really protect you very well in the event of an accident. This thing weighs about 50 pounds. It's quite a hood right here, and that absorbs most energy, and you can keep it, God, my arm's getting tired. It'll keep you safe in an accident. There's also crumple zones underneath here. These are really neat. See how this thing's notched right here? That's how that thing compresses if you get into an accident. So it's set up so that it'll compress to here, and then if there's still more energy coming, it'll compress to here. Then if there's still more energy coming, it'll get to here. But it slows the accident down. It absorbs as much of the energy as possible. Meanwhile, the engine goes down underneath the car instead of back into my knees and legs in the driving compartment. So there's the hood. You see how solid that closes? So over here, we got 17-inch aluminum alloy wheels. This is all-weather mud and snow rated tire. Really nice tires. They've been putting on these Firestone tires on these cars for a few years now. And underneath that nice wheel and tire, you got disc brakes. That's anti-lock disc brakes. They're front and rear, and that system is one of the nicest out there on the market. Have a good night, Ryan. So this system
Good night, Ryan.
Not only set up to be anti-lock braking, I mean, heck, that technology's been around since Brian was a baby. So now
That would be me.
now we've got this anti-lock braking system that, you know, there's a lot of cars out there where you're driving around on the ice and snow, and that anti-lock braking system, you push on it if you're in the ice, and it'll go, but nothing really happens. This anti-lock braking system is so nice on these Patriots. When you're on icy weather and you push down on that brake, the minute that car would start to lock up, those brakes start to lock up, you can actually feel the pedal pushing back on your foot as it's pulsing the brakes. Meanwhile, that braking system works with the traction control and the stability control, so that if one wheel starts to slip, it can transfer power to the other side. Put the power on that side, that'll keep you going straight down the road. At the same time, it slows this wheel down, so you get a few. Bye, geese. See you next year. So you can keep the vehicle under control, and this wheel will be slowed down. It also has a feature called anti-roll mitigation, which is probably one of the coolest features to talk about. If you're making an emergency lane change from one side of the road to the other, maybe avoid a goose or a deer or whatever that's crossing the road, maybe a crazy Duncan, you can make a lane change, and then you can swing back the other direction, and this vehicle will keep you planted on the ground. It has the ability to transfer power to whichever wheels are getting light with the road because you're turning too fast. It'll brake those wheels, slow them down, transfer the power to the other side, speed them up, and it pushes you back in the upright position. So it really makes it very hard to roll this vehicle over. I'm not going to tell you it's impossible, because any crazy person can get behind the wheel and roll a vehicle, but this really prevents it well. In the front of the car, we talked about this briefly. Got this nice dark gray cloth interior. Great features up here: power windows, power locks, power mirrors, cruise control, AM/FM radio. You got some great space for a compact SUV, and the seat slides back and forth. All kinds of leg room up here. And keep this in mind as I show you the back seat. We had that seat back quite a ways with all kinds of leg room. But look, I can sit in the back and I still have plenty of space. My knees don't touch the seat. My feet can fit under the seat. And if somebody wanted to slide it forward, I'd have even more room. I could practically take a nap. Speaking of which, if I pull this lever, I recline my seat back. So that's, not every vehicle has a feature like that. See how solid that sounds when I close the door? Again, Honda, Toyota, Subaru, tinny sound when you close the door. Tink, tink, tink. It doesn't sound very solid at all. In here, all kinds of nice utility space. Now, see how these seats, you can lock them in different positions? That's really great if you happen to be a dog owner and you need to put a kennel back here. You can lock those seats in a 90-degree position, and I can get my kennel that's big enough for my black lab in here. Spare tires kept underneath. Now this is a temporary spare. Jack is right there, but it's, you know, pretty much full size, so you shouldn't be afraid to go ahead and drive it down the road. But I think they tell you like 60 miles an hour max or something like that on those tires. Well, last but not least is the driver's seat. Brian, have a seat in there. See how that fits you. Oh wait, hold on one second. Hold on. You're kind of a big guy. I'm going to slide that seat back. Just push it down for you. Now check it out. See how much headroom you got in there. Look at that, even for a big guy like you. You've got all kinds of space.
I must say, Chris, this is very comfortable seating.
That's pretty cool.
I like the fact that you can pump the seat up and down. I think it's very, very comfortable.
Nice.
Yep.
Did you see here you got the cruise control?
I like it. It's centrally located on the steering wheel. I think it's a very nice feature.
And do you feel those buttons on the back side of the steering wheel, Brian?
I do. What are those buttons
There's
for?
three on each side. Those are for the steering wheel mounted audio control, so you can turn the volume up and down.
Yeah.
You can change your input. You can
eject the passenger.
Yeah,
it
I
does.
like that.
You okay?
I like to keep my eyes on the road when I'm driving, so I think that will probably help because I'm easily distracted, you know.
Yeah. Well, and then on the radio itself, right down here,
Yeah.
that's the Bluetooth, so you can turn on. You just push that button, and you can voice dial your phone.
Nice.
It's a really cool setup.
Nice.
Automatic transmission right there, really easy to get at. It's got auto stick, so you can manually shift it if you want to pretend you're a race car driver.
Perfect.
And then down there, underneath the armrest,
This right here?
yeah, that's for your four-wheel drive.
I like it.
So you can lift that, turn your four-wheel drive on. You can do
Yep.
that at any speed, going down the highway 70 miles an hour if you want, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can lock it on.
So you can shift on the fly.
Oh yeah, and it's instantaneous. I mean,
Awesome.
you click it on and it goes right on. There's no delay. There's no clunking. There's no bumping in the transmission.
You know what I like about this Jeep, Chris?
What's that?
There's a gosh darn CD player in it.
Yeah, you know, not everything has a CD
I'm
player
old-fashioned.
anymore,
I
does it?
like my CDs. I like to pop some Bob Seger in there.
Yeah.
You know, maybe get a couple of Kool-Aids and take a nice ride with the wife. You know.
Cool. Well, listen, I'm glad you like the vehicle, Brian. Let's go for a test drive. I think you're going to love it.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay.
You guys in North Point are great.
Peace.
Peace.